Feeling stressed about money? You're not alone. In today's world, finances can be a major burden. But what if there were common money mistakes you could avoid? We'll be diving into those hidden pitfalls and showing you how to overcome them. Before we dive in, hit that like button if you're enjoying the content so far. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more awesome content like this. Let's get started. Number 1, spending problem. This might come as a surprise to you, but most people do not have an income problem. They have a spending problem. We are bombarded with pictures of fancy celebrity lives. Everyone seems to be showing off expensive stuff like it's the only way to fit in. This stuff makes us feel like we need to buy expensive things like shoes, clothes, cars, and fancy electronics, even if we can't really afford them. The problem with these rich people stories is they don't show how most millionaires really live. Genuine millionaires typically amass their wealth by living below their means, diligently saving and wisely investing, particularly during times of limited income. Funny thing is, some high earners actually end up broke. They spend tons of money on fancy places to live, expensive rentals, and crazy vacations, trying to keep up appearances. Meanwhile, people who make a lot less but save and invest their money end up with more money. In the end, it's not always about how much you make, but how much you spend. Number 2, the hope strategy. Relying on hope as a financial strategy is a common mistake. Many people spend too much money because they think they'll win the lottery or get a big chunk of money someday, and that will fix everything. This is especially true for new business owners who think they'll be rich soon once their business takes off. It's easy to start spending as if that future wealth is already in hand, especially when observing other successful entrepreneurs. However, this creates a false sense of security, leading people to overspend beyond their means. A lot of people try to act successful too soon by buying expensive things. This can hurt them in the long run. The truth is, unless you get super lucky or take big risks that might pay off, getting rich quick isn't likely to happen. While the internet can be a great way to make money fast, but don't spend all your money now thinking you'll make more soon. Number 3, not planning for medium-term expenses. One aspect often overlooked in financial discussions is preparing for medium-term expenses. We all know about planning for monthly bills, but it's also smart to save for things coming up in a few months, like holidays or car repairs. For instance, have you considered planning for holiday expenses in August? It can help ease financial pressure later in the year. A lot of people end up broke after the holidays because they didn't plan ahead. They either buy things they don't need or use up all their savings. Think a few months ahead about what you'll need to spend money on, like holidays or car repairs. This way, you can manage your money better and avoid surprises that mess up your budget. You'll be prepared and have the money you need when the time comes. Number 4, holding cash. Another common mistake many individuals make is leaving their money sitting idle in a bank account, or worse, in cash. Prior to 1971, the US dollar was pegged to the gold standard, meaning its value was backed by the country's gold reserves, giving some currency tangible gold worth. However, post-1971, the dollar transitioned to fiat money, lacking backing by any physical commodity and solely reliant on government endorsement. Consequently, inflation became a reality, resulting in the gradual depreciation of money's value over time. Essentially, holding cash in a bank account translates to losing purchasing power annually. Saving money is important, but to really be financially secure, you also need to invest it so it grows faster than prices go up. Investing in simple vehicles like index funds not only counters inflation, but also leverages the power of compound interest. Compound interest involves reinvesting interest gains back into the principal sum, magnifying returns over time. For instance, a $100 investment yielding a 10% annual return generates $10 in the first year, increasing the principal to $110. Subsequently, the return grows each year, fostering exponential growth. The longer you save and invest your money, the more it grows like a snowball. Imagine you could choose between getting $1 million right now or having a penny that doubles in value every day for a month. It might seem like the $1 million is a no-brainer, but believe it or not, the penny would actually be worth more than $5 million by the end of the month. This is because the penny's value keeps growing on itself. The later days make the biggest difference. This shows how saving and investing a little bit of money can grow into a lot over time, especially if you start early. It might not seem exciting at first, but saving a little bit of money regularly can make a huge difference over time. Let's say you invest $400 every month starting at age 20 and keep doing it until you're 60, and somehow your money grows at 8% every year, which is a pretty good return. By the time you retire, you could have over $1.2 million. That's because your money keeps growing on itself over time. The longer you save, the bigger the snowball gets. The sooner you start investing, even in things like index funds, which are basically a bunch of different stocks all mixed together, the better. But before you invest a lot of money, it's smart to talk to a financial advisor. There are also books like Unshakable by Tony Robbins that can teach you more about this stuff. Number 5. Investing before paying debts. Seems confusing, right? We just said to invest early. But hold on, if you have a lot of debt with high interest rates, like credit cards, around 20% interest, it's better to pay that off first. Here's why. Imagine you invest some money and it grows at 8% every year. That's good. But if you have credit card debt, it's growing much faster, like 20% every year, or even more often. It's like a monster eating your money. So even though you're technically investing, the debt is growing faster than your investments are growing. You're actually losing money. The key is to get rid of that high-interest debt first. Then you can focus on investing and growing your money for the future. Credit card interest usually grows daily, while investments typically grow once a year. That makes a big difference. Number 6. Not saving money to help you think long-term. If you're always running out of money before the next paycheck, or even if you're in debt, you know how stressful it is to not have enough money. This strain often triggers a short-term mindset, where the primary focus is on finding immediate solutions to make ends meet. However, in this short-term mode, long-term financial planning tends to take a back seat. An overlooked but crucial aspect of setting aside money is its impact on shifting your mindset from short-term to long-term thinking. A prudent approach is to establish an emergency fund by saving a few months' worth of living expenses in a separate account. This serves as a safety net, so you don't worry as much about money problems. With some savings as a safety net, you won't be so stressed about everyday bills. This will allow you to shift your focus towards long-term financial goals. This transition enables you to gain clarity on your financial future, whether it involves initiating investments, honing skills, or diligently saving for retirement. By breaking free from the constraints of short-term pressures, you can adopt a more strategic and forward-thinking approach to managing your finances. And number 7, not learning about investing. The biggest reason people don't invest is fear. They often don't understand how the financial world works, so they worry about losing money. Some people are happy with safe investments, like putting money away for retirement. They don't need to know everything about investing. But others want to try to make more money by actively investing. If that's you, then learning about investing is important. Investing is like learning to ski. It might look easy when you see people zooming down the hills, but once you try it yourself, you fall a bunch. Some people give up because they think they're bad at it. But if you keep practicing and learning, you can eventually become a great skier. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you out. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video. See you next time.